do you get better at anything? You practice. Yes, over and over. Positivity is no different. So if we think about being positive as your new favorite sport, you wouldn't win by waiting to magically feel good on a random Tuesday, 78 degrees, the kids are acting normal, your boss is cool. That might never happen. You're going to win by training, by focusing, and not once, not just when life is easy, but every single day. So today we are flipping the focus on yourself we talked about last week into a real plan you can actually stick with. All right, welcome to Practice Your Positive Daily, because listen, that's what we're doing. We are literally practicing positive behaviors, positive choices, mind, body, spirit connection daily. That's it. And I'm Sass Schaefer, founder of Team Positive, speaker, coach, and overall your hype woman for building deeper energy sources, better relationships, and forward momentum. Around here, positivity is a muscle, not a mood. We practice it so we're ready, and if you don't use it, you lose it. You knew where I was going with this. I love this analogy of getting better at sports. So let's just say that, forget positivity. Let's just say that we're trying to get better at pickleball. Okay, pickleball, everyone's newest obsession. So if I wanted to get better at pickleball, I might buy a pickleball racket and some pickleballs and just, I don't know, go down to the park and whack it around. Would I get better? Would that be my whole personality because I bought a pickleball paddle and a ball? No, of course not, right? Like that's not going to be enough. Just willy-nilly saying I'm good at pickleball is not going to get me there. What would get me there, what I would do if I really wanted to get better at pickleball, would be that I would build a whole training plan. I would, yes, get the right equipment. I would, yes, call myself a pickleball player. But more than that, I would learn the skills. I would learn the rules. I would maybe get the kind of conditioning I needed for pickleball. I would maybe find a coach or a club I would join. I would make friends with other people who played pickleball so I could be surrounded by people who were good at pickleball. And yes, I would practice. And how often would I practice? Like, oh, once a week, every now and then? Okay, you might get better, but if I practice consistently, boy, I would get better a lot faster. It would be a discipline about going to be a pickleball player that would shape not just how I play, but who I am. Oh, are we getting it? Do we get the analogy? Positivity works the same way. We say, oh, I'm a positive person, and then just go around willy-nilly, act in all sorts of ways. It doesn't work like that. It's more than, oh, just be nice when someone's annoying. There needs to be an actual plan. I don't know about you. Maybe you can wing it, but I can't wing it. When I try to wing positivity, it's like, oh, it sucks and the darkness swallows me. I need a real deal, holistic plan, because if not, any one of those areas will suck me in, right? Bad eating habits, social media scroll, inactivity, negative self-talk, any one of those things is enough to end me. I'll just be honest. And so we need a plan, just like pickleball. Positivity needs a plan. And I'll just say one last time, this is personal, not performative. So it doesn't mean that you have to tell the whole world or, make this magical statement or change how you dress, although that might be part of it, right? It's really about embodying the practice of positivity. Okay, so fine, Sass, you believe me and you say, fine, let's have a plan. So what does that mean? First, you need a big picture. If you have a great home life, but work sucks, your positivity is going to get tested there or vice versa. And so you can't just wing it, right? Athletes don't just wing it. There needs to be a bigger systems plan you can live with. That includes attention to your environment, things that you control. If, again, we're going to play pickleball, you would have your water bottle filled. You might have your shoes by the door. You'd have a journal to write down the rules. You need to create an environment that allows you to be positive in the same way, your home, the things you surround yourself with. And then I would also think about, what's already working for you. We talked about protecting your positive. Those are your assets. What's already working? Maybe you have a great friend. Maybe you have some good stress relief things. Maybe your physical activity, is great and that's not a concern. What is already working that you can hang on to and you can build more of and build into that momentum? And then I would think about the training areas. There's a foundation to all of this. You can't outthink your way out of being hungry or tired or angry. You need good sleep, those personal boundaries, girl, that's a whole separate episode. Reducing distractions, asking for help, letting go of the things dragging you down, right? These are like the suicide sprints of positivity. That is like, oh, I need to do it, but oh, it's so hard. And yes, it's so vital, right? So think about like sleep and boundaries and reducing distractions as like the suicide sprints you have to do at practice, right? They suck, but you will definitely grow during them. And then as a plan, absolutely you need a coach, just period, right? Like we all just need coaches. And if we don't call them that in real life, that's what they are, right? People who've been there, people who can talk you off the ledge, people who are doing it to, whether it's accountability or support. You need a partner, right? I'm working on this. Can we do it together? Check in on me. What do you think about this? And so this idea of a big picture plan, not just, oh, I'll think positive thoughts. And then as big as that big picture holistic plan should be, the individual bits of it need to be sticky and small. This is where discipline builds consistency. If you make the reps so tiny, you'll actually do them. And then you say, yes, I did that. And I give myself a pat in the back and then I move forward. So maybe these are like teeny tiny micro moves. Today, I recorded a podcast. I sent the follow-up email. I texted someone when I felt yucky. I paused and said out loud, oops, I don't want to be on my phone this much. Mind, body connection, a few moments of gratitude, a few minutes of stretching your body, moving your body, one honest text with someone about how you're really feeling, when they ask you how you're doing. And those little sticky, little teeny tiny reps is actually what's going to move that big picture plan forward. And then lastly, when I think about plans, maybe it's just the ADHD in me, but I think about what happens when I break this plan. What happens when I go off course? What happens when I don't feel like going to practice and I don't feel like lacing up and I ate 17 Oreos and 2 Larabars at 11 o'clock p.m. because I didn't want to deal with my feelings, right? Like those days are going to happen. They happen to me even now fairly consistently, even as a positivity speaker. And so listen, there are going to be those days, but a big picture plan accounts for you blowing off practice. A big picture plan acknowledges that some days you're going to eat fast food for dinner, binge a show, sleep in, skip the workout. Okay, you are human. Now what? No drama, just what's the next rep? How can I move forward without shame, blame, name it? Hey, I missed it. I'm getting back on the horse. I'm hanging in the saddle. Choose the next smallest move that you can to get you back in. Okay, so think about that big picture plan and the positive of the day. I love to give you a little challenge. We are all about an action bias here at Practice Your Positive. It is a 1 point for saying it, 10 points for doing it, and we're all overachievers looking for 100% on our papers. No, not really, but you know what I mean? We're putting the effort in, and so your positive of the day is to build a mini, teeny tiny 7-day positivity training plan. So that is what is your goal for this week? What does winning look like? Whether that's waking up feeling grateful, kinder self-talk, a good bedtime ritual, and then just 3 micro moves, right? Mini practices that you can do. I'm going to stand up from my desk every 45 minutes. I'm going to text someone, how they're doing and a text of appreciation. And then accept that there might be triggers and just a recommitment to that. I know I'm triggered when I talk to so-and-so, but if that happens, I'm going to recommit to get back in the game. And that is how big or how small a positivity plan can be. Just having a goal and tracking it and thinking about it, you'll be amazed. You'll be amazed how much that will do for you. All right, you can't practice only on game day. Not every day is game day. A lot of days are just the basic days where we show up, lace in, and do the next rep. So build a plan for your positivity that you can live with, that the tiny reps sustain you even when you wobble. Just take that next rep. Your discipline becomes your identity, and that identity builds the life that you're looking for. Oh, if this helped, please share this episode with your pickleball partner, maybe, or your pickleball team. And if you want the full experience here in St. Pete, we are playing the game on October 17th, where we gamify positivity with a band and a food truck and a big old party, personal development that just feels like fun. I will bring the scoreboard. You bring the reps. Stay in the game. Mwah. I love you, and I will see you at practice. Hey, it's Sass. Before you go away, do me a solid. Hit all those buttons. Subscribe, download, share, and talk to me in the comments. All right, stay in the game and keep practicing your positive. Drink some water, you look thirsty. Did you eat a vegetable today? Did you eat a vegetable yesterday? How about going to the gym? You go to the gym today? Yoga later? Ooh, a little bedtime yoga later?